I mean, usually the way of the explosive mining is to put a series. There we go. Should be back now, chat. Just had to wait a second. Back. So, yeah, 33. That would be block number 34, so I'll call it 67 meters. Yeah, 67 meters. He just needs to update the description because it says 35-meter blast radius. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The description's still off. 35 meters. This isn't. Yeah. Bigger. We like bigger. Oh, this was a bad idea. Now I'm stuck in the hole. Meh. I'm stuck in the hole. I've fallen, and I can't get up. This isn't the first time mistakes were made. I'm good for that. Should be 34.5-meter diameter. Or radius, rather. And then make the blast just a touch bigger. Oops, truck's full. I squirreled, chat. That never happens. Yeah, there's a few clips of me floating around out there playing Empyreon where I end up with half a ship coming home. Not as bad as what happened to Faye, but, you know, I've had my moments. Tablet autograph. I did help him rescue that ship. We got that ship home. You remember, Faye, that ship that you tried out that ended up basically the Poseidon. Yes, we did. I showed up in the Eclipse, took care of the enemy combatants. We were able to, you know, dock the Poseidon to the Eclipse, and flew the Eclipse home. Of course, it really wasn't worth repairing, but got it home. I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing vanilla for a change with the new DLC coming out. It's at least several hundred, Zodiac. I may Veldian. I'm gonna see what the situation is then. To be fair, it's a design that prioritizes form over function. Yes, this is true. Empyrean Galactic Survival. I've been known to frequent that a time or 10. It's actually the highest number of hours I have on Steam. That game. They have their very first ever DLC coming out for it. The 6th of February. And ads, of course. Oh, because fucking rebooted my bullshit. Fucking goddamn you, fucking Twitch. ETS2. Yeah, that right there I think is number 4. It's done it to me. 1, 2, 3, yep. That's the 4th time it's done it to me tonight, boom. Yeah.
Well, Darius, I'm off to bed. You have a good night.
Alright there, Neon, you take care. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out for a little while.
You bet.
I think with that, I'm going to actually probably jump over to my Discord. Oh. Hey, Farmer Kiwi. Good evening to you as well. Everything going to hell the past few days. A lot of things. Yep. Doesn't have sort by hours played, but I think Stationeers with topped out list with. It does, Faye. Go to your library. All games. Sort by hours played. That's a fair few hours. Have fun converting that. That'd be what? Like 181 days. Rookie numbers, Faye. Rookie numbers. I'm making a mess in this corner, but I'm just digging. Damn it. Fucking bucket. Get off the truck. $625. That's a lot of fucking days. Yeah, my WoW account used to have some hours on it. But I haven't played that in 14 years, so. Then in the process, somewhere along the lines, my, what was left of my account got hacked. Character got removed, the whole 9 yards, and he's gone. Sure is. You could try, Veldian. You could try. World of Warcraft, Birdie. My Blizzard account. It had been deactivated, but somebody was able to still hack it. And in the process, characters all got deleted. And Blizzard, for whatever reason, was not able to recover my account. They gave me some bullshit spiel about it and wouldn't look into it further. Because, like, I didn't have the receipt of purchase for the last expansion, which happened to be Wrath of the Lich King. How fucking long ago? Never mind the fact I've got sitting right here on the shelf beside me, which you guys can't really see, the collector's edition box with the CD keys and everything else in it. Your passport photo. Wow. Yeah, basically they came back with, well, do you have this, 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 this? And it's like, no, you're talking something from fucking 14 years ago. So they didn't recover anything on my account. Because I have no idea how long ago. Like, I have access to my account. Was able to pull it up the whole 9 yards. But, the characters were all gone. And the account got changed from US dollars to Australian dollars. So, you know, there was this whole big fucking email list that they had me fill all this shit out. I filled it all out, and they basically came back with like, well, you're missing this data. What? Whatever. I didn't feel like hassling it. And at the same time, like, I'm glad I didn't, because then I'd be back into World of Warcraft, and, well, yeah, that almost cost me my marriage once. Yeah, basically they just asked for a bunch of information, and like I didn't have the information to give them because it was so long ago, you know. Nice, Sir Walshy. There you go, Split. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm not concerned with really recovering it. It was right around the time Dragonflight had come out or something like that. Scurvy was playing it, and I kind of got interested in jumping back into it again a little bit, and you know, reactivated my account, the whole 9 yards. It came up, no big deal. Good morning, Alpha Prom. But my characters are missing. So I started in with, you know, like, well, was it's in Australian dollars, da 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 da. Tried to get things back, filled out the paperwork, and it started in with like, this is gonna be a hassle. So fuck this shit. I don't feel like dealing with the hassle, and just left it because it's like my heart really wasn't in getting back into World of Warcraft, if that makes sense. I must get your second account back. Wife uses. It was a chore and a half, yeah. He's throwing around 100 million random rolls. And I seen the game was doing time tokens, and I messed up the market for a month selling my tokens for Blizzard Cash. Did you get the code for the beta version of Out of Aura? Saw a message in his Discord. Code for the beta version? What do you mean, code for the beta version? Yeah, I was just say that's really old. Might want to have that message removed then. Man, I'm making a mess of this. Ow. Yeah, third of last year. Makes sense. Oh, trust me, if there was a way to get in on that testing, woohoo. But I wouldn't want to spoil anything, so then I wouldn't be streaming. Instead, I'm just going to enjoy the game and yeah, I was gonna say with the changes coming, I'm sure there's. And there fucking goes again. Yeah, get it close, let the. Which kind of makes sense, you know. Get it really close, let the community give feedback on how things feel, and then make adjustments from there. It's a good way to do it. It's a good way to approach it. Oopsie. Not far enough over. Also hard to work with the who player base looking for change now. Gifts a buffer. Oh yeah, it gives a buffer, yeah. It's the plan for the mine right now. So right now, Zodiac, I am trying to finish out this cut right here. Basically, this road is going to come through here just to the other side of that node and curve. But right now I'm trying to cut out all of this. So, thank you, garage for the need a very, very big garage. Yes, you need a very, very big garage in this if you're trying to house these machines. Mostly pay dirt and coal dirt. Yep, pay dirt, coal. There is some lithium. There's a lithium node right over there. But this is a lot of coal and pay dirt right now. Which is why I'm running it through the local plant. So... That's one of the reasons it's going so quick. I'm going to be... Once this pass is done, the next pass will be down to bedrock. Honestly, right now, Zodiac, I'm not really selling much to be to tell you the truth. There is really not a whole lot going up there. Most of what I'm doing stays down here. Truck mine? Yeah. Up the hill, or, you know, to the plant. Nah, I really don't. Actually, I should probably... That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's jump out of here for a second. Jump to this one? That'll work. Nope. We've got storage. Buildings. Yeah, it'll keep me level 69. Yeah, after you mentioned that split, I actually kind of like the idea of doing that, especially with the new trucking stuff coming. If I hadn't already set all of this up. Yeah, occasionally. Essentially what's happening right now is this material down here is getting processed down here to keep the coal and dirt down here. And, the finished product is conveying up the hill. But I have an idea to set up a good factory setup, put everything into autocell, but I plan on not running a lot of conveyors to where I'm working. Truck all your stuff up there? Yeah. Well, that's what Split's talking about, is he sets up small production facilities that will process on site, and then he trucks the finished product, you know, the cleaned product, to the sell point. Which for this stuff I could theoretically do. I could actually just buy another truck, make one change down here, and then start trucking the material upstairs, up to the top. Because right now all the material I'm dumping into this secondary everything that dumps in here processes underneath us, and then you know, sorter, wash plant, coal goes that way, washed material sorts and goes up there, and so on. So, you know, your washed material from the wash plant, say, comes out here, and that conveys up to the top. And then the coal and dirt are just spitting out here for now. But the, you know, the wash product goes all the way up. So in theory, I could just change that to have a dump truck sitting underneath here with a conveyor, and instead of it spitting in the hopper there, it would go into a dump truck. Yep, everything you see was all set up by me, Far Evil. With the exception of the coal plant at the very top of the hill, that was already there. Split into raw ore like node ore, dirt, then wash plant, and your small little sorting. Yeah, so conveyor sorter, top goes out one way, and then the bottom to wash plant and sort again. Am I correct in that assessment? Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right here. So it's sorter. I'm only putting the coal stuff in there though, so that the coal stays here for me to coat my road with. And then the rest is, you know, dirt and pay dirt through a wash plant and a sorter. Dirt stays here. The washed material, which would be your gold and all of that stuff, goes up top via conveyor. Best setup for trucking pay and running more simulated fuel. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for the expansion on the trucking stuff, because then I definitely want to be doing that. Yeah, just mine it and dump it on a belt, mine it, dump it on a belt. I don't like that idea. I did a little bit of it very early on. But I prefer into a truck and so on. The blast mining, yep. I did a little bit of that because that's what people wanted to see. I watched a ridiculous video of somebody doing that earlier. What was his name? Hmm. have to gonna look at that. I got a couple of videos I'm gonna have to watch later. But history. Right here. I don't know if you've seen this one or not. They're split, but Decoy Rick. All of this from one blast. Where's the blast? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous amount of material he blows up. Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. I did very little blast mining. Mostly when I was coming across this section here because it was a flatter uh, angle. Um, yeah, you're not kidding there, Split. Um, I had a much flatter situation, and people wanted to see it, so I did it. But for the most part, I've done trucking. Yeah, it's this is much more realistic farming, or I say farming here I go, but much more realistic mining to me. You know, loading pay or excavating pay. One of the reasons why I can't wait for the better excavator um, physics, because I'd love to do all this with an excavator. I'd park a massive excavator up on top of there and just dig all day long into trucks. But it's right now really janky with the physics. So with this is when they get updated, you best believe I'll be doing some of that. Yeah, for me, I haven't done enough of it really, Split, to um, get the feel for the digging without janking the excavator all over the place. Um, for me, the excavator, I bounce all over the place in the thing. I struggle big time with it, but I also want to try and get yeah. I've messed around with both of the 8000s, and it is pretty nice. The one thing I will say, Um, this one here, when you're trying to dump it and you open the bucket, it spits out of the top. And like popcorn's all over the place. It was making a massive mess trying to use it. Yeah, I figured it was. But after I finished that upper cut, I came down here, and that's what I started out with in this corner over here. Actually, the beginning of the night. I was messing around with it some. Beginning of tonight, or was it yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday. I was playing around with that one a little bit because I wanted to try and use it. And I'm like, well, this is just making a giant mess. Been 10 hours to get Christian to notice it and get it fixed. Nice. One thing I think the dumpers should be a little slower than the hydraulic lifts is about 20. They should be. Oh, what, lifting the bed? They run up alright. Ah, screw you. Haha, floating tree. The tree was planted by giants. Yeah, pretty much. See, what really gets me is when I'm in the cab and I'm trying to dig. I have a hard time in cab getting full buckets. People think that more sorters and stuff make it faster. Yeah. Just let off 400 to 1,000. Then just go to work. It's another problem right now. I made the cut too deep for the excavator to really work well. Can't reach the bottom of the cut. I'll have to find the right height and readjust the floor, so to speak. Took the fun away, belt and blast mining. Yeah. I mean, to me, this is way more fun. I mean, I agree. To me, this is way more fun. Doing the diggy part. Mind what you can, move to the lower section. Yeah. I mean, that's part of my thought here. Toast it into a truck. Yeah, there's that option too. I'm making a mess. Good job, dummy. I like that this is just like Farm Sim Descents. You do whatever rocks your boat. There's no right or wrong way. Exactly, Zodiac. Do what floats your boat. There's no right or wrong way. Makes me want to dig a hole. What if there's a ceiling and how high I could build a tower just to see the world? I have taken the drone to a point where shit no longer renders and I wasn't stopped from going up. Don't forget, Veldian, there is a drone. You can literally just jump in and fly. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's any boundaries that I've seen anyway. I mean, you can yeet your equipment off the side of the world if you want to. A couple streams back, I dumped some dirt off the southern side of the world. I dug a little bucket full in the small wheel loader and tipped it over the edge. Whoops. You know you can fly on the drone, right, Veldian? Very easily. Yeah, you just jump on it, connect, and up and away. Gone ahead and just bought this. Poor wallet will never recover at this weight. At least it's not a major investment, and you'll get plenty of time to, plenty of fun. Hey, Jers, how you doing today, buddy? Yeah, it's a super drone. Alright there, Split. Appreciate you coming and hanging out, buddy. You get some rest. We'll catch you later. For some reason, it keeps veering off to the side. But either way. We're still going up. Up and away. And when you're ready, you just get out and you jump. Whee! There we go. I said night. Have a good stream. Alright there, Veldian. Tell the missus I said good night as well. Whoa, hey. Not far off either, having a smoke, finish your coffee. Alright there, Veldian. You take care, get some rest. We will catch you later. CAD Links, thank you for the follow and welcome into the channel. How are you doing this morning? Try, but who knows, might get sleep, might not, let's see. Yep, sounds good, Veldian. Either way, you take care, buddy. I don't think it lets me jump. Ooh, I can. There we go, we just need to keep the bucket where we can get to it. Just working with you in the background, nice. I appreciate it there, CAD Links. Do that all the time, really enjoy it. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy the lurking. Whoops. Turn the right way, Chief. Never played those, but it's good for the monotony. So, this game is, obviously a mining simulator. So the idea is I dig what I want, do what I want, where I want. Nah, still listening. Just don't keep your eyes on the screen. Yeah, I get you. Which view do you guys prefer? You prefer this view? So I kind of like this view. That the stick in and stick out, I think, needs to be sped up some. Need to be very cautious in of these barriers, lights, because the game gets totally laggy at night. I haven't had that issue at all, Alfred. I've got a fair few number of lights, but I haven't had that issue at all. See, I feel like the view should be forward a little bit more. Could be, yeah. You put 200 in one area? Well, yeah, that could probably cause issues. But I've got a couple dozen placed about in different areas. And I've had 0 issues. The lagginess for me comes from the frickin' voxels. My handsome. What you doing, Stampy? Yeah, you're not wrong, Faye. Built 200K. Well, you know. If everyone gets a new standard, there won't be. I like ray tracing, damn it. I think after stream I'm gonna try and set up my OBS properly and get the new mic hooked in. Because I have a fancy boom mic right here. You guys may not be able to see it, but I got a fancy boom mic, see? See? Eventually, like a 2 and hardware spelling, 1440 ray tracing and decent quality, 120 FPS. I could do 1440 ray tracing ultra graphics on Cyberpunk at mid 90 frames with my setup. Whoopsie. Be the consumer standard within the next couple of years. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna become the standard. It's just a matter of when. I think it's gonna become a much bigger standard once AMD catches up. Because right now, NVIDIA is the gold standard for ray tracing, and AMD is lagging quite a ways behind. So, you know, once AMD catches up in the ray tracing department, I can absolutely see it becoming a much bigger standard. But, you know, you've got NVIDIA. AMD's quite a ways behind in the ray tracing department. I'm not even sure Intel's GPU can do ray tracing. Maybe? I don't know. Your new card has it? What are you running there, Far Evil? And like I said, I know NVIDIA is the gold standard. AMD is catching up. They're just not at the level. You know what I mean? Though, I did see... What's AMD's newest software they just came out with? Because it takes a big step in that direction. The software that's coming with their 7600 XT that they just announced. ASRock 6600 CLI. AMD card. Yeah, like I said, AMD does have ray tracing. It's just not at the standard of NVIDIA. But that's because they were behind in starting the ray tracing. Ray tracing isn't going to replace rasterization as the default for at least a decade. Hardware can't do it yet, and all the legacy hardware. Won't be phased out within a decade. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while for hardware to catch up. But more and more games are including it. More and more hardware is including it. So it will become much more popular. Granted, you run Linux, Vulkan, yep. Now, it's not going to be the only standard, but more and more people and more games and more stuff will begin, you know, to include and have a lot of the ray tracing effects as it becomes much more hardware oriented. You're all AMD. Yeah, I'm AMD processor board, and then I have, is it Zephyr for my RAM, and my card is a 4070 Ti NVIDIA. But that's mainly because the AMD cards when I bought this card were not equivalent. Good to know you can do this for the excavator. Platinum on Proton. Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with the Proton stuff. Making a mess. I getcha. Yeah, definitely not a Linux system here. Starting to get the hang of the excavator. Starting to get the hang of the excavator, chat. Interesting that Split said he, chat, did the dono for making him use a piece of equipment. That's something I'd never think of. That's what I do, Jesse. That's what I do. Welcome back, by the way. Oh, excuse me. When you got your dough, just quickly reminded of why I don't use Windows. I gotcha. Cheers, man. Just had a couple of games with some mates on Warzone. Nice. Finish plant off trial run, some materials, there we go, yup. Ah, crap. Yeah, that's why, like I'm saying, that's why I said, like, I get the hang of the excavator all right, but then I'll catch, just a little bit like that, and it'll send the excavator all over the place. Well, the which way is forward isn't bad, but when it catches like that, it can lift up and spin the underside of the machine, without me realizing I've spun the machine. So then I have to jump views to look and see which way I've got the machine pointing. Not that big a deal. Yeah, it's a physics thing. It'll get better with time. Autosave's a good time to get up, do the stretcheroo thing. I'm just stretching, puppy. It's not that time yet. It's not that time yet. I'm just stretching. I'm just stretching and getting some water. It's not that time yet. Got him, chat. Got him. I hate it when you're clicking through these and you do that. Oh, it's not going to let me do it because it hasn't been a minute yet. That's right. I saw he was on the phone, so it's like, this is the perfect time to get him. Yeah, they need the stick in out to change. Up down feels decent. curl could use to be a little faster, but the stick in-out seems really slow. I need a second joystick for this. Well, yeah, settings so you can speed it up to the feel you want. That would be nice. Yeah, it's on my list, but I don't want one of the one I've got is kind of really low end and crappy. It's also only right-handed. You can't change it. So I am planning on picking up a new one. I don't know if I'll be able to afford to pick up 2 of the new one. But I gotta wait for them to come back in stock, and which won't happen until early February. Hey there, Keverific. Ouch, what there, Far Evil? Did I have to wait for them to go back into stock, or? Oh, the wait? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have the money right now at the moment, so. MacGyver already donated towards 1. Which was very kind of him. But. Yeah. The ones I'm looking at, because I've got a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro right now. But the one that MacGyver told me about that I'm looking for is this one here. The Thrustmaster Farm Stick that just recently came out. Because you can set it up right-handed or left-handed. So you can dual joystick very easily. Plus you've got all these additional functions up here. You know, you get 2 buttons underneath, you've got all the buttons on top, plus you've got all these buttons down here. Turtle Beach one? Whoops. This one here? Yeah, what is it? Yosho. Yosho Hin, he's a member of the SGA. He just got one of these. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think what Yosho got was the kit with the wheel stand, and I mean he got like the whole kit and caboodle. Because he got like the farm stick and the whole thing. This one here, do not recommend. Do not recommend. The pedals and wheel are crap. The only good part of it is the side panel, which you can buy by itself. Um, so, getting the side panel, sure, but the rest of it's kind of really cheesy, from what I understand. So you're better off with just this, because I mean, look, $170 for the side panel, or 229. So if an extra $50 they throw in a wheel and pedals, they're cheap. Um, they're really cheap. The one I'm using is the. Come here. Yeah, pretty much. Really, you're not gonna give me a good frickin'. This is what I've got right here, and it's only right-handed. Cannot be set up right, left. Um, so there you see it. It can only be set up right, left. As a right-handed. If you try to use it as a left, you don't get this nice little rest. So, but I mean, it was cheap. And I didn't know how much I'd use it at the time, so cheap works. But I definitely want to pick up this one here. I wish this clamp was more interchangeable with other wheel setups other than just Thrustmaster. There's the hit buttons, but more important, they're on the stick where you need them. Yeah. What on this joystick? It's like I said, it's out of stock, but MacGyver said it was like around $90 US when it was in stock. So I mean, not crazy expensive, but also not low tier, so to speak. I mean, it's gonna beat the shit out of one of these, but it's also not one of the $200 jobbies. So, all right, Farmer Marks, you have yourself a good one. Take care, buddy. Ooh, is this a? There's your splitter. There's your range. Is this a 3-position range selector or 2? Looks like a 2, just a high low. Then you have a splitter on there. See, one of those would really come in handy. I got a lot of stuff in my wish list. I got a lot of stuff in my wish list. Yeah, see, my wife just picked me this up for Christmas. I can take that off of here, I guess. Still love to get one of those. Really don't need that, but, you know. Wish head tracking. Oh, yes. I would love to get a head tracker, Keverific. Love to get a head tracker. Especially for ATS. The freaking head tracker's like $200. Why is all this shit gonna be so fucking expensive? I don't have one on my wish list yet. I should probably put one on there. More importantly, I should link my wish list to my Twitch. I'm just kidding, chat. I'm just kidding. You're not wrong there. OpenTrack software is free and works the same if you have an extra. Don't have an extra webcam. OpenTrack software, though, huh? OpenTrack software. Did you get this one from SourceForge? Well, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong there, utterly. Whisper me the link to where you downloaded it from when you get a chance. Yeah, send me the link. Well, Faye, I have... See this? Nobody's ever even bought them. The only ones that have ever sold are the two I bought. See? I even have a coffee mug. But I don't ever mention it. It's just down below the channel. I should update this photo, though. Because that's not my current... I'm using red, and that's not the current graphics card. But, you know. Hi, Kirsten. What can I do for you? That's the thing, like, I mean, I've got a lot of that stuff set up. I don't really do much with the merch. I don't push none of that shit. I mean, realistically, with the financial situation I'm in, I should. But I just can't justify it. It's not me. Because in real life, this would work. I did hear you sent me the link, so thank you utterly for that. Surprised you haven't gone to bed yet, utterly. It's a big yawn, Kiston. You big yawn, buddy. Another big yawn from you, huh? I think what I'm gonna do starting next month, as you guys can see above my head for the past, well, last month and this month, I've had a, subscription goal just to try and help out, because I do, unfortunately I do have bills to pay. I think what I'm gonna do is, it may go to a larger number, and if I hit that goal, then I may what I'll do is I will disable ads off the channel. Found out my dad's assistant. Oh, fucking that sucks there, utterly. Sorry to hear that, man. Well, if you want to just chat, hang out, chill, and relax, you can absolutely jump into my Discord with me and just chat and hang out. I don't bite. The average Viking with a Prime sub. They'll do pre-rolls, but I can disable them otherwise. So the only ads you would get is the initial pre-roll. After that, there'd be no ads. Faye, can I get a shout out for the average Viking when you get a chance, please? How are you doing this morning, sir? Thank you very much, Faye. So, yeah, I mean, they can be disabled to a degree. At the end of the day, Twitch is still going to run the pre-rolls, regardless. You can't get rid of those. But I can disable all other ads. Which, I may be more than happy to do. No, you can disable those CAD links. Just blasting some old school country. Yep, I hear you there, utterly. Mary can be good company. You gotta watch out for that Jane chick, though. She gets a little freaky. No. I can fully disable them if I want to. You just gotta go into the ad manager and disable them. Yeah, see, Mary's good company, but Jane will sneak up behind you, and that's when the freaky gets on. Now, CAD links, if you're in the ad incentive program, it's gonna basically like force you to 3 minutes an hour. But you can opt out of the ad incentive program and then basically disable the ads. Yeah, if you're in the if you're in the ad incentive program, it's gonna hold you to at least 3 minutes, an hour. Cause I mean, I know plenty of channels that don't put ads on there, and you just deal with the pre-rolls. And the pre-rolls you can't get rid of. Picture your plant in Discord. Let's see what you got going there, Jesse. Utterly epic. There you go. Remember earlier on, chat, we were looking at that big mining operation there in UK? What's funny is this looks very much like the character in Out of War. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that should work. Let's see. Let me see if I can follow this real quick. Let me get the scratchy in quick. Roll me. The PC 1250. Yeah. So yeah, you're dumping in here. The conveyor comes up into here. I'm guessing in here you have a hopper where it splits, comes up into two. Guessing these are trommels. The trommels then go through wash plant, sorter, bottom, and then that dumps into here. And you've got a couple of pieces. Oh yeah, you're upper here, and you're up, and you're here. That's actually a cool looking setup. The only suggestion I have, Jesse, and you'll want to do this for later on when you retool this section for underground mining. Because once you get underground and you're into stone, you're gonna need to retool this, and these two will have to be changed to the conveyor sorters up here. Because right now what's happening is if you had solid stone come through, it would end up getting washed out the bottom here and not kept on the top conveyor. My cat is inspecting your plant, but I actually really like this. This is cool. Yeah, no, I mean it looks fantastic. I like what you did with that. That's actually a really cool look. I recently changed mine, but you see here, I've got the same pit idea. Comes up into a couple of conveyor sorters. And realistically, you don't need trommels here. You can use conveyor sorters too. But I've got conveyor sorters so that when I am in solid rock, the top goes through the jaw crushers. It'll force like solid stone, blasted stone and stuff like that through the top into the jaw crushers and fractioners. Oh, look at that. I've got pay dirt dumping in here. Technically, I think that was gold. So it's going to come through the top here and go over this way. There you go. Sorry, had to switch a window on the other screen there. But yeah, that's the only thing I would swap in your setup is the because the way you've got things set up, you can very easily, like I said later on, appreciate it there, Far Evil. You can very easily later on take the top of that section, switch it over to jaw crushers and fractioners if you have sorters in there in place of the other bit. Jesus, what the hell did I do? Whoa! That was close, chat. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. And you know what I can do? I can slap him. Kano16, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing this morning? There you beloved. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, it'll be a while. But if you switch them now to the conveyor sorters, later on, all you have to do is take out the pieces behind them, set up your new parts, and through you go. You know, there's no real hassle there for you. Good, mate. How are you? Doing pretty decent. Doing pretty decent. Moment. Not a problem, Jesse. I may not how to work it in a real quarry, but I know how to do it in a virtual one. I know, Kiston. Yes, I know. You're trying to tell me the track's about to fall off the cliff? He was swatting at the track. If you paint that cat, John Deere, hell, I'll run that all day long. What, this one here? Probably be maybe that one. It's not really a John. Well, It's a dirty John Deere yellow. It's dirty John Deere yellow. Why not a Deere green? Eh? Huh? There you go. How's that, Viking? Hmm. I don't know. That back there. The problem is the yellow accents don't go anywhere if I do it that way. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I know that feeling there, Far Evil. I know that feeling. I'll go with that for now. Yep. If I try to put another bucket in there, it's going to overfill it. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, before we do that, let's grab this thing, knock down these piles quick. Yikes. We're gonna have to take a few loads out of there. I actually kind of like this green better. Which one was this one? This one's just green. And there we go. Put that up there. P parts, paint. Buy one of these. Buy one of these. No, I like the lighter yellow. I like that. Yep, we're going with that one. I think I'm about to fall in the hole, chat. No? Okay. Felt like I was getting ready to fall in the hole. They need to be able to have like a tab backwards button. Like if you hold shift or something, it goes back a camera. Instead of having to go all the way through them all. Oh, there's a little twig of a pillar there, chat. Alright, starting to get the hang of the excavator. This could work out well. Working out all right. We're making some pretty good progress here, though, chat. Let's get rid of a couple loads worth of dirt over here, though. Damn it! I almost got him with his drink in his right in his face. Almost got him with the drink in the face. That would have been hilarious. Oh, come on, autosave. I'm curious how big my save file's getting now. Oops. That was cute. Ruh-roh. I can already get one of those, MacGyver. I actually have one. Problem is the dumping mechanic sucks. There's a known issue with the dumping mechanic on it, but I have one. Hey, right there. Yep, they're in game. The problem is right now when they unload, it spits out of the tooth side when you open up the bucket. So it ends up like fountaining everywhere instead of just falling out the bucket. Makes a big fucking mess. But yeah, I have one. Ouch. That was a big crusty piece of shit in my eyeball. Whoop. You okay, kitty cat? I'm not sure if it's coming specifically in the next update, but it is a known issue. So in a soon-ish update, Split didn't say when it was going to be addressed, but he did say it was a known issue. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was close, huh, chat? Yeah, I've had some butt pucker moments in excavators here and there. Real life. I was using a Komatsu 160, dredging a pond, and I was swinging a bucket, and I had it kind of like this. I hadn't sticked in very far while I full scoop of mud off the bottom of a pond. I was swinging it, and the momentum picked up one edge of the excavator and was about to dump it in the pond. But luckily I was able to drop the bucket fast enough and slam it into the banking. Oh, ad hit. Apparently my notification's off on the ads then. Because it says they're still going off. But yeah, I was using that 160 excavator, and I was swinging the bucket like this, and I was kind of kilted on a hillside, and as I was going, the whole excavator started to pick up like this, like it was getting ready to just cave in to the pond. And last minute, I was able to slam the bucket right into the banking of the pond and put the tracks back on the ground. But oh yeah, I almost went in. She was close. There. That thing's about to go in, chat. No working mirrors. What, in this game? Smack. Because, yeah, that would be fantastic to have working mirrors. Perhaps with the next-gen vehicles? That would be handy. Oh, that's beyond my skill there, Keverific. I know nothing about, Alright there, MacGyver. You take care, have a, safe trip to the shops. Yeah, I know nothing about modding in Unreal. Hey, Okay, okay. Yes, Stampy, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Stamp, stomp, stomp, stamp. It's all over my keyboard, you know. There's my keyboard you stamping on. There's my keyboard you stamping on. There's my keyboard. Sorry, chat. The kitty's demanding the loves and the attentions. Gotta give the kitty some scritches. Gotta give them scritches and head scrubs and loves. Yeah, right, Darius. I gotta give you the loves. Why don't you go up here, handsome? Hmm? No? Okay. I was not paying attention to how much dirt I piled up over here. I was just running so much dirt through the plant. Holy cow. No, no, no. Oh, shit. Oh, good. Those last two disappeared and didn't leave spots on the... Just I hope not. See what just happened right there? That's what happens to me when I'm not paying attention, and it's hard to tell where the tracks are at when that happens. And that's mainly because I only have a single joystick that has a twist function for controlling the rotation on the Yep. Yeah, that's the best I could do right now with my setup is... Which it's awkward. It doesn't do me any favors. Shit. Hmm. Do I change up the... See, that wasn't swiveling, that was tracking. See, they've got track left and track right. The same as, oh, shift. That might work. I do have pedals, Keverific. I'm currently using them for tracking back and forth. But I was just thinking of this here instead of the swivel. Because I thought of setting this up as gas, this up as the clutch. So pressing both forward, it would go back forward, and then track backwards would just be the brake function. You know. Because I've got the brake clutch gas, so I could leave backwards just as the brake, and then the track left and right as the gas and the clutch. That's a possibility there, but I'm trying to think of something to change up the rotation to. And as far as the rotation goes, I think I might just leave that Shift A and D and remove the twist on the joystick. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then what I'll do is I'll clear the forward and track left will be this one. Just gonna invert. Track right will be this one, which I'll invert. Save, back. Alright, that's backwards. But that's also... That's interesting. Anyways, ITS. There you go. See, that's weird because pressing the brake, which I have set to go forward, right now does that, but then the left and right track, which does not track very well at all. It crab walks. That's weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright, clear that, clear that. Yeah, well, I'm not far off, am I? See, because if I do the backwards, it's fine. But when I try to do the independent, it does not do well. See, that's me grabbing both to do the tracks. But if I hit just reverse, they work just fine. So it's like they're fighting themselves if I try to track using both. The hats, I gotcha, yeah. Alright there, Jers, you take care, buddy. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Whee! Alright, chat, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna dump this truck out. It's gonna be the last load. We're gonna go give our raid off to someone. So I can get some, cause it's about time for me to get the kids up for school and do all of that stuff. When we pick this back up tonight, we'll continue along with the cut. And what I'm going to do is send some of this stuff back to the garage. Just to get it out of the list. Keverific, thank you for the follow. I do greatly appreciate it. Send that to the garage. So yeah, what we'll do, when I pick this up tonight, I'll finish off this corner. Get down in range so we can see what we're doing. We'll clean up the dirt, at least in that pile. Get it pushed off and straightened out over here. I'll finish off this corner. And then what I'll do is I will, I'll probably doze that lower section flat. No worries there, Keverific. No worries at all. So what I'll do is I'll get over here with the dozer, and I'll kind of like smooth that out, or maybe I'll take the wheel loader, and I'll smooth it, so I can start driving the dump truck on there. And then we'll finish that cutoff. I'll start down there, and we'll start working our way back again, doing the same thing, just clearing back as much as we can. So we'll do another run through. I'll start using the excavator more, and the loader will be to kind of straighten this off. What I'll do is I'll come in with the roller, get this section right here flat. I can carry that straight across there to flatten this off after that's done, and then reset the excavator over there, dump truck down below, and just keep cutting. Same idea. But we'll take a few loads of dirt out, get them put along that far edge of the road, because we still need some more dirt on this edge. I'll probably need 2 loads right here. There'll be maybe 3 or 4 right there. 1 or 2 here. Probably 2 right here. This can get pushed off, and maybe another couple loads right here. We get that pushed off, and that'll give us a good good spot to be able to start cutting this and laying it in over here. Because we want to take this road right through here. We'll kind of go straight. To give room around that, we'll curve here. And then we'll kind of come right up through these little bushes areas. Right up this way until we get past that chunk. You know, we'll come right up here to this flat. And then we'll carry it straight that direction. That's the ultimate goal with that road. But I also need to start, we also need to start laying in the road that way with some of this material. So I can start filling in the hole over here. Got a lot of places to waste the dirt. So that's not a problem. I think that'll be a good plan for tonight. For now, though, let's get out of this. I'm gonna save the game. I hit this button here. And we're gonna start out as we get a raid started to... Let me get that raid started to Mr. Viking Hammer. As I kick that off, I want to say a big thanks to Mr. Tatico, Mr. Boomhauer for the raids. I do greatly appreciate those. Mr. Wanderer, oh, and can't forget Tyvius. He had a raid as well in there. Mr. Wanderer Wade, thank you very much for that Tier 1 sub. The Average Viking, thank you very much for your Prime sub as well. Thank you to all for the follows. I do greatly appreciate it. And also a big, massive thank you to each and every one of you, including the lurkers out there just hanging out in chat, using me as some great background noise. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's go say hi to Mr. Viking Hammer, give him some love. Make sure you give them a good follow, and we'll hopefully catch you all later on today. Till then, though, take care, stay safe, and be kind to each other.